Hey there! If you've ever felt like you're stuck, unhappy with where you are, or like life just isn't going the way you envisioned it, then this video is for you. But stick around until the end, because I promise you, the story I'm about to share will change your perspective forever. Have you ever found yourself comparing your life to someone else's? It happens to all of us. We see someone thriving, maybe they've got the perfect career, relationship, or body, and we can't help but think, why can't that be me? But here's the thing, comparison isn't just harmful. It's a trap that leads you further away from happiness. So let me tell you a story about how something as simple as comparing yourself to others can steal your peace and joy. And most importantly, how to break free from it. The tale of the crow. Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there was a crow who wasn't very happy. Every day, he would sit on a tree, staring down at the world below. He would look at the other birds, how majestic and colorful they were, and he couldn't help but feel miserable. He thought to himself, why can't I be as beautiful as the peacock? Why don't people love me as they do the swan? One day, while he was sitting on a branch, lost in his thoughts, a tear rolled down his face. It was a big, heavy tear, full of all his frustrations. Just then, a wise old monk who was sitting under the tree noticed the crow's sadness. He raised his head, saw the tear, and asked, "Why are you crying, dear crow?" The crow, wiping his eyes, said, "Oh, wise monk, my life is miserable. I'm plain, I'm ordinary, and I'm hated by everyone. People run away from me. I get nothing. I think death would be better than living like this." The monk, hearing the crow's words, couldn't help but feel compassion. He knew that what the crow needed wasn't pity, but wisdom. "My friend, you need to understand something very important," he said. "True happiness comes from within, not from what others think of you or what you have. But if you want, I can help you become something greater than you ever imagined." The crow, with a glimmer of hope, perked up. "Can you really help me? Can you turn me into something beautiful, like a swan?" The monk smiled gently. "I can help you, but before I do, I want you to go on a journey. Go and ask each bird that you think is happier than you if they are truly happy." With a nod of determination, the crow set off on his journey, eager to change his life. The journey of discovery. The crow first flew to a peaceful pond, where a beautiful swan was gliding gracefully on the water. "You're so beautiful," the crow said to the swan. "Your feathers are white as snow, and everyone admires you. You must be the happiest bird in the world." The swan turned to the crow and said, "Thank you, my friend, but I'm not as happy as you might think. I look beautiful, yes, but there are so many colors in the world. Yet I only have white feathers. I wish I had the vibrant hues of a parrot. I think the parrot must be the happiest bird of all." And so, the crow flew away and sought out the parrot. The parrot was perched on a branch, looking bright and colorful with its brilliant green, yellow, and red feathers. "Parrot," the crow called, "you're so colorful, so stunning. You must be the happiest bird in the world." The parrot shook its head sadly. "I'm not happy," the parrot said. "I live in fear. People often keep me locked in cages, and I'm terrified that someone will trap me. I think the peacock is the happiest one. He is even more colorful than me." The crow, puzzled, flew on in search of the peacock. After a while, he finally spotted one in a zoo. People were gathered around, admiring the peacock's stunning plumage. The crow approached the peacock and said, "Peacock, you are the most beautiful bird I have ever seen. So many people come just to look at you. You must be the happiest bird alive." The peacock sighed and replied, "I once thought that beauty would bring me happiness. But now I realize that my beauty has trapped me. I am confined in this zoo, and people pluck my feathers to use as decoration. I am not free. I wish I were a crow. At least you have the freedom to fly wherever you want." The crow was astonished. He had assumed that the peacock, with all its beauty, would be the happiest bird. But now he understood that even the most admired and adored beings could feel trapped and unfulfilled. The awakening. Confused but enlightened, the crow flew back to the monk. This time, the crow's heart was lighter. He approached the monk and said, "Oh, wise one, I have learned something truly incredible. I no longer want to be a swan or a parrot or a peacock. I want to be me." The monk smiled. "Ah, you see now? The key to happiness is not in becoming someone else. It's in being content with who you are. No matter what you have or don't have, true peace comes from accepting yourself and your place in the world. The crow, now full of understanding, spread his wings and flew away, no longer wishing to be anyone else. He embraced his life, his freedom, and the unique beauty that only he possessed. The crow realized that when you stop comparing yourself to others, you free yourself to live fully. The power of letting go of comparison. The story of the crow teaches us a crucial lesson. Comparison is a thief of joy. We all fall into the trap of looking at others and wishing we had what they had. But when we live in a state of constant comparison, we never get to appreciate the beauty of our own journey. Every single one of us is unique. We have different paths, different timelines, and different challenges to face. But none of that makes us any less valuable. The crow realized that by looking at the lives of others, he was only robbing himself of his own happiness. Imagine if the crow had never met the monk. He would have continued his life in misery, always wishing to be someone else. But by looking within and understanding his own worth, he found peace. So here's the takeaway from today's story. Stop comparing yourself to others. You are enough, just as you are. There will always be someone who has more or less than you. Someone who seems to have it all together while you're struggling. But that doesn't mean you are any less worthy of happiness. The happiest people are not the ones who have it all. They're the ones who are content with what they have. They've learned to appreciate their own journey without constantly measuring it against someone else's. Your worth is not defined by comparison. The next time you find yourself looking at someone else's life and feeling inadequate, remember the crow's story. Remember that comparison only steals your peace. Embrace who you are and the unique life you are living. True happiness isn't found in someone else's achievements. It's found in your own contentment with what you have. So take a deep breath, let go of the pressure, and begin to live in the present, right where you are, because you, just as you are enough. Takeaway message: don't let comparison steal your joy. Embrace your own journey and be content with where you are. Happiness comes from within, not from what others have. You are enough just as you are. We hope you've enjoyed our today's content. If you do, please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already, and also smash that notification bell so that you will be the first one to be notified when we upload new videos. It takes a lot of time and effort to make these videos. Your subscriptions, likes, and shares are what inspire us to create more content. Therefore, please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. And finally, thank you for watching until the end. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. Until then, stay safe and stay blessed.